We got more clips from OTAs, and today we're going to be looking at the Chargers, and we're going to get a fresh look at Quentin Johnston. I got a few highlights for you today, but before we do again, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're going hard in the paint with these clips from OTA, soon to be minicamp and training camp. We're going to be looking at your favorite players behind the scenes, what they're doing in these practices, your favorite rookies, the guys you've been following along throughout the draft process. It will be all right here. Click that button. Stop missing out on your favorite players. But we're going to take a look at Quentin Johnston. Got a couple clips here for you to look at. Here's his first one. This is a cinematic clip from the Chargers, I believe, more than likely. And we're going to watch him bring that in. There we go. We saw a lot of those last year during training camp and mini camp, rookie camp too. They were showing all kinds of vids of Quentin Johnston. There's some more of him. Some of them look exactly like last year. There's another one. Reeling it in from Justin Herbert. So the thing about Quentin Johnston is he did not have the greatest rookie season. His reception perception numbers, his success rate on his route tree was not great, below average. Dropped some balls in some key moments last year, and he's been a meme so far. A lot of people really question his ability to make it in this league right now. But one thing about him, he does have some talent. I looked at him as a volatile prospect. Volatile means up and down. That's what his portfolio said coming out of college. It could be anywhere. And we saw the down. Is there going to be an up? Or is it not going to be enough time for him to turn it around? Because he's got to do something now. He's got to do something instantly. He's got to turn things around. He's got to be a key piece to this offense. Maybe a good thing for him right now is there's a new coaching staff here. We got the Harbaughs in here, so maybe Harbaugh likes him. Considering he did well against Michigan, considering he did that, maybe they got their eye on him. He's a deep threat. He's a boundary wide receiver. He's going to be bringing in contested catches, or should be. That's where he's going to be at, and Herbert has to rely on him, and he has to bring in those tough balls in the right moments for him to latch on. And if that's not happening, it ain't going to happen with him because his game is not separating in the middle of the field with sharp cuts on the routes. That's just not his game. His game, get downfield, win at the boundary, balls in the air, go up, go get it, go win it. And if that's not happening, because we saw him make some miscues and key moments last year, then it's not going to happen. And you're not going to have that many more opportunities to prove yourself if that keeps happening because of their key situations. And you brought in Ladd McConkey. They are upgrading. They're retooling the wide receiver depth chart. They lost Keenan Allen. They lost Mike Williams. This is a good opportunity for you to prove yourself and become a top-tier wide receiver or valuable wide receiver to your team or whatever. But if you do not capture this opportunity this offseason and become a lead dog in this offense, then it's never going to happen. Because if you look at this cup half full, he's walking into an opportunity with the veterans gone. Now it's his time to shine as a former first-round pick to be the starting wide receiver, and he can work his way up to being the alpha. That is looking at the cup half full, but after what we saw last year, it's very questionable if that's going to happen, but he's got to turn it up right now. The question is, can he do so? When you look at him for fantasy football, lottery ticket that you may not be happy at the end of the season with, but he's got to turn things around. But you're going to be very happy if you can cash it in. Sometimes it does take players a little bit longer to develop. Sometimes these players need some extra time. He's coming from TCU. Maybe that's an issue as well. But we got to pay attention to that. He was productive at college, good breakout age, productive throughout his collegiate career with a good market share of TCU's passing production. But does it even matter? Does it even matter at this point? Because now we got to turn on the heat. Did not really look great last year. We did have some moments where some production was there. Wasn't really too horrible, but those moments stick out. Can Quentin Johnston turn this around? For Dynasty, he's a cheap chip in trades. More than likely a guy as a throw-in to help sweeten a deal. A lottery ticket. That's all he is right now is a lottery ticket. A first rounder with some draft capital. So he's going to get some chances this offseason to turn it around. But if it doesn't happen, that boat's going to sail. It's going to sail sooner than later, especially nowadays at the wide receiver position, because you can catch talent at the wide receiver position easier in the draft, off and on, because wide receivers are coming out of the high school level built ready to run routes, create separation, get downfield, better than ever. And that being said, once we get to draft time, every draft, at least 10 or more wide receiver with second-round grades, and some of those are going to be able to step in and refill your depth chart. This year we had about 20 of them. That being said, if he doesn't get it done now, they're going to bring in other wide receivers. This is going to be a big pivotal year for Quentin Johnston. If he puts it together, he can be their alpha because the pathway's there. But if it doesn't happen, it's going to be bad news for him for his career. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.